Hey, everybody, and welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, is your Lord of Punishment, Scribe Light. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
And the Lord of Just Laying There is with us as well. Say hi, Weebo.
Hi, monkey.
Wait a second. She's the Lord of Dick.
Yeah,
Grayson.
yeah.
I've changed her name after what she told us before the stream.
Hey,
Wait,
hey, hey,
just laying there? That sounds sexy.
hey,
She's
hey, hey,
she
hey.
said she was a lazy fuck. I'm just going with what she told us.
A
And I
lady.
am your Lord of Pain, the ranting monkey. How is everyone tonight?
I'm salty.
Sounds like it.
Whoa. I am uh, uh, magically delicious.
I'm gonna have to take your word for that.
That's right. You will, because I'm straight.
SDA is not with us this evening. She's still not feeling well, and she won't be with us for the rest of the week. She's going to be out of town. So Weibo is sitting in with us tonight, and that's very kind of you. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.
Anything we need to start off with? Anything we want to talk about before we get into the news?
Just one thing. In my defense, when I said I was a lazy fuck, I meant in terms of like working
You
out.
don't have to explain. You don't have to explain. It's all
Yes, I
right.
do. Yes, I do. I really do.
It,
But for the record, with my 40-foot schlong, I don't really need to do much.
it only affects you and your boyfriend. I'm not judging.
Yeah.
Yeah, SDA's in chat. Feel better soon, SDA, and have a safe trip.
Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and share our stuff if you like our stuff, and even if you hate our stuff. Yeah, even if you don't. In fact, since she's our guest, go find a video of Weebo's and just share it right now. Just whatever it is from like now or a week ago or 2 months ago. Just go do it.
Find the one where she's masturbating under the blankets because that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we had a speech last night that we didn't get to watch because we were on the air.
Uh-huh.
We'll get to that. I'm sure we had a big accident with Congress and not the normal kind.
What's the normal kind?
Just their normal everyday shenanigans. Scribbles, you want to take us into the news? What do we have tonight?
Sure. Well, do you guys like train wrecks?
I
Yes.
was in one once, Scribe.
Well, then let's talk about Joe Kennedy. Oh wait, no, I mean the actual train wreck. Sorry. Well, I mean it's not something to laugh at necessarily because there was a death, unfortunately. One person killed when Amtrak train carrying GOP lawmakers to retreat hits garbage truck. Crozet, if I'm saying that correctly, Virginia. One person was killed and 6 were injured when an Amtrak train carrying Republican lawmakers to an annual party conference in West Virginia hit a truck here, Wednesday morning. None of the dozens of members of Congress aboard the train or their accompanying family members and aides were among the seriously injured. The person who died was one of 3 men in the disposal truck that had entered the railroad crossing. The National Transportation Safety Board dispatched a team of nearly 24 people to the site and said it would provide updates as it gathered additional information about the crash. Federal Railroad Administration officials also went to the scene to assist, a U.S. Transportation Department spokeswoman said. The NTSB was expected to provide an update Wednesday night.
Can I interject here for a sec?
Yes.
You know, the way that they describe how the train wreck happened, like how it actually happened with the guys in the garbage truck stopping on the tracks or whatever, or just being in the way of the train. That's literally exactly how my train accident happened. And it was also with Amtrak. So Amtrak, what up, boy?
Well, I'd be more curious to know what the truck was doing on the tracks in the first place.
Yeah.
Were the signals working? Did the truck stall on the tracks or something? And if so, why were the guys still in it? I don't know. They're still looking into it. The story then goes into which senators were on the train, and there's a whole bunch of them. And they all give like little quotes, like we saw debris, we got roughed up. Yeah, there's nothing really, any details yet on the whys and the wherefores, because obviously the truck was destroyed and they're still trying to interview people. So the good news is few people were hurt in relative terms and 1 person dying. I mean, if 3 people were in the garbage truck and only 1 of them died being hit by a train, that's a miracle in and of itself, honestly. So But yeah,
Oh,
so there
I
you
just
go.
remembered I have to take medicine. Pain.
Oh, that would be
Real
good.
quick, point curation. Are you talking about in Canada the eligibility for a senator? I'm curious. Anyway, in chat, he said 35 to become a senator, and 75 is like the cutoff.
Oh,
I'm interested to know if they actually have a cutoff there.
no. So if you can age out of your office, what if you turn 75 like 3 days after you get sworn in to your new appointment or new office?
I would imagine you're able to stay in as long as you were under 75 when you started, but I don't know.
Okay.
Because otherwise, wouldn't you have to make it even lower?
Maybe. Let's see. You only have to be 30 to be a senator in the U.S., says Death Hyrukin.
Yep, and there's no cutoff here. You can be as old as you fucking want.
No kidding. Yeah. Strom Thurmond. I'll just say it. Strom Thurmond, like 98 or whatever the hell he was when he finally left or kicked it or whatever. Well, let's see. Let's move from that train wreck to the memo. How about the memo?
Oh, yeah, let's check out the memo. What's going on with that?
Well, I'm not quite. Well, maybe this isn't the memo. I might have misspoken here. This is under the Russia investigation at CNN.
Dun, dun,
It says it's an exclusive.
Of course it is. They made it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Controversial FBI agent co-wrote initial draft of explosive Comey letter reopening Clinton email probe. I thought we already knew this.
We did?
Yeah. Okay. And this is dated today, so I'll read a little bit, but it sounds like we're treading over trodden ground. Emails obtained by CNN show the FBI agent at the center of a Capitol Hill storm, played a key role in a controversial FBI decision that upended Hillary Clinton's campaign just days before the 2016 election. The letter to Congress by then FBI Director James Comey announcing the Bureau was investigating newly discovered Clinton emails. The new revelation, what is this? Because this sounds like we already knew this. The new revelation about FBI agent Peter Strzok comes as Republicans accuse him of being sympathetic to Clinton while seeking to undermine Donald Trump during the heat of the 2016 campaign season.
Oh, do you see what's happening here?
Yeah, we gotta defuse the idea that there was some kind of collusion to help Clinton.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
And they have, how long is this article? It's at least 3 pages long. Okay. Strauss, who co-wrote what appears to be the first draft that formed the basis of the letter Comey sent to Congress, also supported reopening the Clinton investigation once emails were discovered on disgraced former Representative Anthony Weiner's laptop, according to a source familiar with Strauss's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
The day after Strauss sent his draft to his colleagues, Comey released the letter to Congress, reigniting the email controversy in the final days of the campaign. Strauss did, however, harbor reservations about Comey making a public announcement just days before the election and sent a text to that effect, two sources said. Oh, two sources
real quick.
said, okay.
Oh, thank you, Three-Sided Coin. Why hasn't anyone given you money yet? I don't know.
Check your Stream
I don't
Labs.
know. What's
Okay.
Stream Labs. Someone just posted the link in the chat.
Is it working again? Last I knew it wasn't working.
Oh,
Give me a second. I will bring that up, guys. I haven't had it open in forever because, yeah, like I said, last I knew, it was not working.
Get on there, boy.
Woman.
Don't you woman me, mister.
Monkey only hears Get Down There Boy by Lady Monkey occasionally.
That's right. And I do it when she says it.
Yeah, this entire article just seems to be like, oh, look, he wasn't in the can for Hillary. Okay. And I don't understand. It's like, okay, so what? This proof. I mean, you spent all this time talking about this thing as though it meant something. I'd forgotten the guy even existed, honestly. Okay.
Who existed?
Yeah, Peter Strzok.
My connection is shit here. You're breaking up for me, and again, I'm sure it's me.
Okay.
So you guys keep talking. I'm listening.
Okay. So wait, should I read out Monkey's stream thingies, the super chats? There we go, because he got one.
You got one from Point Curation, who didn't leave a message, so there's nothing to read.
What is CA? Is that like
That's Canadian money. I mean,
Are you guys kidding me?
yes.
$10?
Okay.
Do you see Point's super chat?
Thank you, Point Curation. I hadn't, but
Okay.
I see it now. Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
I got you.
I'm going to reload. I will be right back.
Okay. I will wait a moment.
Okay, now let's talk bad about Monkey behind his back.
We talk bad about Monkey in front of his back, so to speak.
Wait. In front of his back?
In front of his back.
Oh, hi, Monkey. How can you be in front of someone's back? Just curious.
You can't hear us now.
Monkey.
What?
How can you be in front of someone's back?
In front of someone's back?
Well, she was saying that once you left, she says, let's talk about Monkey behind his back. And I said, we talk about Monkey in front of his back every night.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Monkey, can you hear us?
Testing.
Yeah, I'm giving up on Streamlabs because as soon as I tried opening that, shit went wrong. So,
okay, don't open it.
Guys, if you did send me something through Streamlabs, tell me what you said here and I will read it. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Well, aside from FBI agents we'd already forgotten about and attempts to try to show neutrality or something, how about another exclusive from CNN?
Oh, boy.
Because why not? Also under the Russia investigation. Exclusive. Trump asked Rosenstein if he was, quote, on my team, unquote. Now, Rosenstein, for those of you that don't know, is Rod Rosenstein, the Deputy Attorney General under Jeff Sessions, who is overseeing the Russia investigation since Jeff Sessions, not what's the word I'm looking for, excused himself, there's a better word for it that I'm suddenly forgetting anyway, from taking part because he might have been, conflict of interest or something. Recused himself, that's the word I'm looking for. So I don't know the context of this. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein visited the White House in December seeking President Donald Trump's help. The top Justice Department official in the Russia investigation wanted Trump's support in fighting off document demands from House Intelligence Chairman Devin Nunes. But the president had other priorities ahead of a key appearance by Rosenstein on the Hill, according to sources familiar with the meeting. Boy, the Trump White House is an absolute sieve. I swear to God. Trump wanted to know where the special counsel's Russia investigation was heading, and he wanted to know whether Rosenstein was, quote, on my team. How do you know that? The episode is what? Okay, are you quoting from a transcript? Is there a recording, or are you just taking it on somebody's word? What? I don't understand this. This is not a story unless you have corroboration, and you're just giving us people said when he had a private meeting with somebody, and now you know what they said, like quotations.
Well, we've seen that throughout Trump's career.
I'm just waiting for them to tell us. Of course,
I was just delivered some ice cream.
Oh, lucky you.
Where's my ice cream?
Probably at the stove.
Here we go again. Of course, we're all on your team, Mr. President, Rosenstein told Trump, the sources said. Okay.
Rosenstein's the source.
Well, I mean, yeah, if Rosenstein's the source, that would be amazing. Why wouldn't you say that? Because at this point, if anybody's quoting Rosenstein and Trump, then there's only a limited number of people who could be the leaker at this stage of the game who are in the room. And if Rosenstein's leaking, he should probably not be involved in an investigation.
Nope. Thank you. Anonymous sources confirm the anonymous source.
Yeah, this is so silly. I'm not going to read anymore because it's all just hearsay, really. It may be true, but how the fuck do I know? Hey, my mother is a saint.
Mine isn't.
Yeah, well, that's your problem. Did you drop ice cream in your lap, Monkey? Did he mute himself? Is he off and running again?
I bet he did.
No, I can barely hear what you guys are saying.
Oh, well.
Did you hear me read my super chat?
No. I don't think
Wait, which
so.
one? The one from Nope? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay.
Then you said son of a bitch, and then everything stopped.
Okay, we're good for the moment.
Okay. All right. Well, 2 non-stories in a row. Sorry, guys. I don't know what they are before I read them. But anyway, let's actually talk about something interesting. Joe Kennedy III. This is the Democrat who handled the rebuttal to the president's State of the Union address last night. In all truthfulness, like I told Monkey before the stream, I had no idea that the Joe Kennedy III existed until yesterday. I had no knowledge of him. He had not made any kind of blip on my radar at all.
Wait, aren't the Kennedys supposed to be like super powerful, some type of elite family in the U.S.?
Yeah, well, they are the American aristocracy, more or less, you know. But there are so many Kennedys and so many Kennedy relations. It's impossible to keep up with them all. And so I had never heard of this guy until yesterday. But apparently he was important enough to be the guy to make the rebuttal. And our favorite friend at CNN, Chris Cillizza, editor at large, poses this question on his blog
Real quick
post.
before you do that, Okie Native, thank you. Can we get Weibo's mom's phone number then? And 3-sided coin, thank you. Here's another milquetoast corporate dem. Go ahead, sorry. Or he's another milquetoast corporate dem.
Let's see. So Chris Cillizza's question is, Black Lives Matter, Me Too, Joe Kennedy III? Let's see. Outraged by President Donald Trump's action in office and fueled by the hashtag Me Too and Black Lives Matter movements, Democrats' liberal base is hugely engaged and activated. Okay. What better time than the Democratic response to Trump's first State of the Union speech on Tuesday night to capitalize on that momentum with a voice from and of those twin movements, right? Insert Cenk Uygur saying right here.
Right?
Or pick Joe Kennedy III, a white male Massachusetts Democrat and scion to one of the most famous families in American politics. That's not to say Kennedy wasn't good, Droolgate aside. He delivered a solid rebuttal to Trump and cast Democrats as a credible alternative. Did he? I didn't watch the rebuttal. Monkey did.
It was bad.
How?
It was typical Democrat talking points that he's on the well, how do you start out that Republicans want us to think we can only take care of dreamers or Americans, and Democrats are going to do both. And
Trump
then he
covered
he
that,
like
though.
throughout this whole thing, every so often he would get this tremble to his voice.
Oh no,
he was going to cry, but then he'd pull it back together.
Well, see, I listened to the State of, admittedly, I listened to most of the State of the Union. I had work that took me away about 3/4 of the way through. But, I mean, Trump has offered a package that would cover 1.8 million quote unquote dreamers, and has also proposed a whole bunch of initiatives and touted his tax cut and everything else that helped out everybody. So how, like, say, I'm not a fan of necessarily defending Trump, but on this point, it's like, well, Trump is putting on the table stuff that will cover both. So what do you mean not help dreamers and only Americans? And isn't the American citizens his first priority anyway?
I was generalizing there. He listed off a couple of different things.
Okay.
Like taking, what was the one he said? We could either take care of kids in one state or kids in another. It was bad. It was typical nonsense.
Let's see. And it's not to say Kennedy isn't a voice for the future of the party. Okay. At 37, he is widely regarded as a rising star who might someday run for president.
Not after this.
Again, I never heard of him. It's just to say that at first glance, he seemed like a somewhat odd pick for this moment. But there are lots of sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to sing This Magic Moment. It felt
magical
appropriate.
moment. But there are lots of extenuating circumstances that went into Kennedy into the Kennedy selection that show just how hard it is to find exactly the right person to deliver the State of the Union response. Among them, we have a list now. Number 1, 2020 politics. The most prominent names within the Democratic Party: Cory Booker, Kristen Gillibrand, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris. Those are your most prominent
Kamala
names.
Harris? Are you fucking kidding me?
You're gotta. Yeah, I was about to say that those are your most prominent figures. Cory Booker and Elizabeth Warren,
Maybe.
I could understand. Maybe. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with everything. I could understand them being prominent, but Gillibrand, Bernie Sanders, and Kamala Harris?
Isn't Bernie Sanders close to death?
Yes. Thank you, Point Curation. You're wrong. He just needs to develop it further.
Okay. The most prominent names of the Democratic Party are all actively thinking about running against Trump. Kamala Harris is going to run against Trump. Okay.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, by all means. They represent they represent the diverse face that the party wants to put forward. Okay. But to choose any one of them to deliver this very high-profile address would look like that person was getting favorable treatment and a leg up in the 2020 jockey. So you put a Kennedy up there? You're trying to avoid favorable treatment. You put someone from one of the most prominent families in America. What?
Is this just a CNN article?
This is Chris Cillizza's take on things. This is his blog post. Okay, and let's see. Person was getting favorable treatment and a leg up in the 2020 jockeying. You can be sure that if, say, Gillibrand was chosen to give the Democratic response, the political operations for Booker, Warren, and Sanders would be up in arms, so none of them wind up even getting considered. So Joe Kennedy is not in the running for president, is what you're saying.
He's just absolutely wrong. This was designed to give Kennedy a showcase.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't Bobby Jindal? Didn't he do the response as a showcase to try to boost his career at the time?
Yeah, it's a popular thing to do. It's why we know who Barack Obama was.
Well, so I'm wondering if Chris Cillizza even knows what the fuck he's talking about here. Number 2,
I think he's out of his
fundraising.
fucking mind.
A big part of the calculation when choosing who will give the response to the President's State of the Union speech is how the party's donor base will respond. You need someone people know. Why did you put Joe Kennedy up there?
Yeah, I had never heard of him until today.
Yeah, I guess his last name. Or someone whose name they will recognize. Right. Well, that doesn't mean anything. You could put, I mean, you know how many Michael Jacksons there are in the world? You need to turn their, yeah, well, neither do I. There is an answer to that question, but nobody knows what it is. You need to turn their frustration in watching Trump's speech into actual dollar contributed to Democratic causes and committee. $1? Okay, Chris Cillizza. I'll donate $1. Oh, do you mean dollars because you're such a great editor?
No, dollar.
You don't check your own work? Ugh. Whether or not donors know the specifics of Joe Kennedy III's life, they know his last name and like it. That makes it more likely they decide to part ways with their cash. Yeah, how about Chappaquiddick? You know, I think Kennedy, I think of Chappaquiddick. There's actually a movie coming out about Chappaquiddick, for those of you that know what that's all about.
Real quick, thank you, Cryptic. Dem lips be dem souls trying to escape from ginger Democrats.
You gotta
ginger Democrats. Yeah, that he was so hard to watch.
Oh, well, then you'll love this last point. Number 3. Sorry, what?
Was it really that bad?
Oh, Ask Monkey.
Should I watch it?
You should watch it just for the cringe factor because his look, other than the cum coming down this corner of his mouth, wasn't bad. I mean, he's obviously been through an acting class. Real quick, thank you, Sanguine. Why would Chris need to know what he's talking about when he can just make it up on the fly? True story, CNN. Go ahead. But what he is saying and his tone of voice is just so cringy. And like, there's this one part where he stops to talk to dreamers, and I want to talk about this in a minute. So remind me, we want to talk about him talking to dreamers. Finish the article.
Okay. Here. So Chris Cillizza's last point as to trying to decipher why Joe Kennedy was picked to do this. Number 3, proven performer. People, most of whom are sitting on their couch in sweats, says you, are convinced that doing this sort of public speaking is easy. Has anyone ever had to do a book report in school? Anyway, all you have to do is read the teleprompter. As we've seen in the recent past, Marco Rubio's water grab, Bobby Jindal's unwitting Kenneth the Page impersonation, it's a lot harder than it looks, even for people who make a living speaking in front of large numbers of people. Okay. Neither party wants to run the risk of a total PR disaster, like cum on your lip, by plucking someone who isn't used to the bright lights of a national address. They want a proven performer. A safe pick is always better than a sorry pick. When you run all of the prospective Democratic response deliverers through that gauntlet, the number of choices is much more limited. Oregon Governor Kate Brown has an interesting profile, but is largely unknown nationally. Oh, wait, Joe Kennedy is what, a household name? What the? Ditto Rhode Island's Gina Raimondo, who nonetheless would have been an intriguing pick. Virtually every Senate Democrat under 65 is running for, or thinking about running for, president, aside from Nancy Pelosi, who is too divisive a figure to put in the response speaking slot. There just aren't any House members with national profiles. And so the duty fell to Joe Kennedy III. He wasn't the perfect pick, but that's because a perfect pick is almost certainly didn't exist.
Real quick, thank you. Nope. Ironic that he gave the speech near a broken car. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's Chris Cillizza's stunning insight into the mind of the Democratic Party.
Chris Cillizza doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, we spoke yesterday about how I honestly don't know who the Democrats will run in 2020 because they just don't have a name right now. Mm-hmm. Real quick, thank you, Surfing Moose. Wanted to share and hoping for sympathy. Had 30+ injections into my groin, pelvic area, and thigh to loosen ligaments. I can't walk straight. Jesus fuck, dude.
Poor Dick.
I hope it works. Jesus.
Yeah. 30+ injections. I mean, did you have rabies of the crotch or something?
Jesus Christ.
No, I have no idea. He doesn't have to share his problem. I'm just like, what requires 30 injections? Like,
rabies.
Yeah, it sounds like dick rabies. I hope it's taken care of. Don't sit on public toilets, guys. That's how you get dick rabies. Video making
dick frothing at the mouth.
Oh god! Yeah, just imagine it's slowly leaking like foamy fluids.
Surfing Moose, I do hope you feel better, but
yeah,
I can't not make jokes about that. Sorry. I that does sound horrible though, and I'm glad the injections are over, and I hope it's better. Mm-hmm. There's near the end of Joe Kennedy's speech, he goes, and I have a message for dreamers. And I've noticed that a lot of politicians do this when, they want to show that they're sympathetic to immigrants and stuff. He starts speaking Spanish.
Oh, yes. I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
English is not the official language of our country. But it is what is most popularly spoke, and it is Joe's native tongue. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why, when you're speaking to people who want to be part of our country, you have to suddenly go back to a language from a country they're not really from anymore. Isn't that the whole point, that they're us now? Three-sided coin. I can make jokes. He can't walk straight, but he can walk gay.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Yeah, I don't know what the hell Chris Cillizza is talking about there. He's putting way too much thought into this. The whole purpose of this is to put forward somebody you think has a chance in 2020. It's to increase their notoriety. With the name Kennedy, you don't have to do too much for name recognition. Mm-hmm. But we would not have had a President Obama if it hadn't have been for his rebuttal to the State of the Union. That's what this is. It's a showcase, and you're not going to do that with somebody like Kamala Harris because she's got no fucking chance in hell of winning. Joe Kennedy was picked because he's a good choice for the Democrats. He's let me rephrase that. He's not a good choice for the Democrats. He's what the Democrats think is a good choice. He is a Massachusetts fucking liberal.
He's got a weird looking face, not gonna lie.
Yeah, he does.
Well,
He kind of
he's
looks.
got a Kennedy face.
He looks like Bobby and JFK had a baby together. Is what he looks like.
Did Obama gave a State of the Union rebuttal?
Yeah, yeah.
Did he? Who's
That's where. Yeah. It was to Bush.
London? Oh, okay.
See, because I could get down with JFK if it were a different time and I were single and JFK were single and alive. But like Joe Kennedy, no.
Oh, yeah, because the first time I remember hearing about Obama was his Democratic National Convention speech where he gave like the Two Americas deal.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of.
I think so. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I could be mistaken. I don't think Obama ever gave a State of the Union rebuttal.
Yeah, you may be right. Remember my memory.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point of any national speech like that is to get attention to somebody you think has a chance at running for the main part. Mm-hmm. You don't give it to Strom Thurmond because he's never going to run for president again, even though he did once. The idea that you would give that to somebody like Cory Booker actually would have been a good choice for this because they do want to increase it, but he had just made kind of a fool of himself at the Tears of Rage, and you got to let that die down before you do much. Anyway, real quick, let me get these point curation. Thank you. If anyone has a chance after the stream or tomorrow, check out the Rubin Report episode with Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro. It was a good discussion. I saw they were going to do that, and I do want to watch it because I like all three of them. And Cryptic, thank you. Joe went to a convention. Not a soul showed up. That's a ginger joke.
Wah, wah.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say on that other than this was a swing and a miss with Joe. He's going to go away where he belongs.
All right. Well, that's all the stories I had queued up. So unless we've got something else, I can go on to the MSS Schnuz.
Yeah.
All good.
All righty. Well, guys, if you have news stories you'd like us to read on the air, please send them to us via Twitter using the hashtag MSS News. Can't promise we'll get to them all, but we will look at as many as we can. Apparently, I already have a ad request to do Dick Rabies next episode. So I will keep that in mind. Person who has requested this, I'll keep it secret for now, just for the sake of fun. Okay, so MSS News. Let's see what we got. Alrighty, well, let's see. We have a Colleen Bernier to start off with. This sounds delicious. Sorry.
Real quick, we have a couple more super chats there. Sorry. Imagine Dave on the Blair White / Red Pill Black episode, and then picture the exact opposite of that. Oh, okay. And Inedible Trout, thank you. The other day, my wife asked me to pass her lipstick, but I accidentally passed her a glue stick. She still isn't talking to me.
Oh, and that first one was from Point Curation.
Point Curation, yeah, sorry. Oh, guys, my brain is gone now.
It's okay. Plane turns around due to toilet issues, despite 84 plumbers being on board.
I saw that headline.
What the fuck?
Okay. A plane had to turn back just 20 minutes into its flight due to an issue with the toilets, despite carrying 84 plumbers. The majority of the professionals on board Saturday's Norwegian Airlines flight from Oslo to Munich work for plumbing company Rorkjop. I don't know how to say that. Chief Executive Frank Olsen, it's an awfully generic name for a Norwegian company, told Norwegian newspaper Dagbladet that his employees, quote, would have liked to fix the restrooms, but were unable to do so. The fault had to be fixed from the outside, so there was little the plumbers could do to help. Oh, okay. That makes the story completely understandable. Okay.
Wait.
No. All they gotta do is just go outside with like one of those repelling hook thingies, and then just Mission Impossible that shit.
The toilets weren't working.
Yeah.
And there was a problem outside the plane causing the toilets not to work.
Well, the thing that had to be done could only be approached from outside the plane, I guess, whatever it was. Like
You know
maybe
what it
there's
probably was?
a blockage in the piping, that you only have access to from the outside.
It probably froze because it's really cold up there.
I
Shit
think they
froze.
figured that out a while back.
Three-sided coin. Thank you. Monkey is as bad as sick SDA Monday. I don't know what is my brain is turned off.
Okay. Do you want to take a break?
No, keep going.
Okay. Well, I mean, Weibo and I can. Well, Weibo can cover the super chats while I do news stories until you feel better.
I got you, monkey.
Uh,
I'll read them in a super deep monkey voice too.
There you go.
Three-sided
Oh, here we go. This comes from
stroke.
Don't do that. Are you?
I'm just fuzzy is all. I'm okay.
Is one side of your face drooping?
No. Just
Okay.
my brain keeps trying to make a thought and then stopping.
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens. Okay, this one comes from Jack the motherfucking Cockring. I guess this is an opinion piece. I don't know. Trump has proposed the most racist immigration policy since the KKK wrote our laws.
What?
Really?
What?
What?
Where's this from?
This comes from Think Progress and is written by Ian Millshire. If you want to understand what the Trump White House would accomplish with its latest immigration proposals, consider this chart. Okay. And it's a big pie chart. It says top 10 largest U.S. immigrant groups 2016. And a giant chunk of it is other, whatever that means. And then the other one's the second largest one is Mexico. There's a whole bunch of other countries in the other ones. Nearly 6 in 10 immigrants to the United States come from just 10 nations, none of which are white European countries. In 2015, moreover, fully 1/3 of the 1.38 million new immigrants to the United States came from just 3 nations, India, China, and Mexico. If you are, well, not a racist, these data points are an interesting window into a diversifying nation. Wait a second. The immigration policy is supposed to handle people who are here illegally against their will as children. It's not about immigration writ large, except for those
Scribe.
policy changes. Yes.
Scribe. I have to read a super chat from Monkey, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
This is from Three-Sided Coin. He says, Weibo, read this in that deep voice. Oh, I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle, here's my spout. Was that deep enough?
No, but good job.
God damn it.
Guys,
yes.
Chat is asking if we're still here.
Oh, that's not good.
Apparently, guys, that's not us. That would be YouTube.
If you can hear us, can you hear us? I don't know. Can they hear us?
Guys, you guys there? Stream is fucked.
Oh, great.
I read the super. It's just
can't
buffering.
actually get to live now. It's just buffering.
It says live on my end.
Okay. Well,
I guess we're just gonna have to sit in purgatory until it catches back up with us.
well, we can talk until they can hear us again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll stop.
Buffering on 144. Yeah, that's
Jesus,
not.
That's
not
YouTube.
us.
What
Yeah.
the fuck, Google?
Yeah.
I heard we were talking shit about Chris Saliza.
Yeah, it must be.
Scribe, you said KKK and YouTube banning you.
Oh, that could be it. Your boy Pat says he can hear us.
Oh, we're
Seems
good
clear
now?
now. Uh-oh, pretty bad route. Hi, guys. I can hear you, but it's buffering a lot. I hear you fine. Okay, well, maybe it's clearing up region by region now or something. Okay. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So maybe we're back on even keeling now. Okay. I'll I'll assume that we're cascading going back into hearing time. Okay. Anyway, this thing goes on for like 7 pages, and I think someone's just kind of being hyperbolic, I think would be the right phrase. So somehow I doubt that Trump has written a policy that is worse than the KKK on immigration. I have a feeling. Could be wrong, but I have a feeling.
Well,
and when did the KKK ever write our immigration laws? I forget that part.
Hey. The Democrats were in charge at one point in time in history, Scribe. You know this. Get it? Because the Democrats, the party of the KKK, or the...
Yeah, I guess.
I try to make jokes, okay? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Okay, well, this one comes from Aries or Arius Draconic. I might be saying that correctly. It's a Florida man story. Yay, Florida man. Deputies, Florida inmate tried to hire hitman to kill judge. That's always a good choice.
Got super chat. Chaos Eve, 2 words, net neutrality.
Net neutrality.
Yeah.
YouTube keeps freezing up off and on, they say. Well, fix your audio. We can't fix our audio because we're not doing anything with our audio. I am Cancer. It's YouTube. Let's see. And Boatman says, it's not a local issue. I'm in the UK and it's bad for me. Okay, well, somebody's probably hacking Google or YouTube or something and running a denial of service attack or something.
It's Russia, obviously.
Sinatra just sent me a DM. He said, I just got 5 seconds of Scribe grunting. That's beautiful.
Okay.
Your turn, start grunting.
A Florida inmate is accused of attempting to hire a 75-year-old hitman named the Rabbi to kill the judge on his child pornography case.
What?
Oh.
The Rabbi. This sounds like a movie waiting to happen.
That's another super chat. A 3-sided coin. Isn't that 4 words?
Isn't what 4 words?
Good question.
The last super chat you read.
Oh. A sheriff's report says 56-year-old Robert Anthony O'Hare has been charged with solicitation to commit murder during a phone call from jail on January 7th, the day before Judge Don F. Briggs sentenced him to 20 years in prison. Investigators say O'Hare called his mother from the Lake County Jail and gave her a coded message that translated to, quote, kill Briggs. He asked her to give it to Albert Bowman, whom he called the Rabbi. The arrest affidavit said the mother called her son back, saying Bowman knows what you want, but he can't do it because he's just a rabbi. What? It's like,
that actually is a rabbi.
Yeah, he's actually a rabbi. He's like, I'm not a hitman. I'm just a rabbi.
That would be a really cool name, though. The Rabbi.
Wasn't that the name of one of the characters in Lucky Number 11?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was Ben Kingsley's character was called the Rabbi. I could be mistaken, but anyway. The Orlando Sentinel reports that O'Hare's mother said she never gave Bowman a note, and the two never met to discuss the matter. Of course she said. Bowman said there was no plot to kill the judge. Quote, I'm 75 years old, blind in one eye, and have a cataract in the other, Bowman said. I don't think I'd hire me as a killer. What?
I wouldn't hire me as a killer.
You know what probably happened? Somebody in jail handed him some information about a hitman that was totally bogus.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, talk to this guy. He's called the Rabbi. That'd be fucking hilarious. Okay, what else do we got here?
That's like a fantastic plot for like an action movie, or the start of one at least.
Yeah. It's like you accidentally try to hire somebody who's not a hitman to be a hitman, and they take the job and then fuck it up. It's like, yeah, I'll take $20,000. I'm totally a hitman. It's comedy time.
Hey guys, are we coming across better now?
I don't know. Do we ever come across good in this show?
No, you don't. I do though.
You're a peach.
Yeah, you're a girl. You have some advantages we don't have.
Like 2 boobs.
And showing yourself on camera from time to time, which we don't do.
And a split tail.
Oh my God! Did you just say that?
A split tail?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's
A
slang.
vagina.
It's slang for female.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I'm a youngling, so I'm very innocent, and I don't know these things. So you have to like
Yeah.
explain them to me.
Yeah.
We did.
We just did.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now
Young
you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe. All right. This one comes from Colleen Bernier. Florida teacher led double life, got involved in drug dealing for trophy husband, defense says. Oh boy. By day, she was a dedicated school teacher, suburban mom, and grandma. By night, she was a criminal who said she got involved in drug dealing to hold on to her younger trophy husband. Nicole Benjono admitted she helped her bodybuilder beau import and sell drugs from China, including the party drug GBL, known on the street as liquid coma, as well as the generic form of the anti-anxiety drug Xanax. Benjono, 48, who was fired from her job as a special education teacher for the Palm Beach County School District after her arrest, pleaded guilty last year to one federal charge of possessing illegal drugs with intent to distribute. She admitted the couple ran the business from her home in Wellington.
Good job.
There's another movie waiting to happen.
Another chat from Sanguine. Hide Weebo from Anakin.
Yes.
Why?
They're youngling, and he kills younglings.
No.
This is hilarious. When investigators searched the Greenview Shores home last summer, they found a note that read, quote, $2 million and we are done, unquote.
Okay.
As part of her plea agreement, Nicole Benjono agreed to forfeit $407,000 in cash that was found in the home, as well as her $130,000 interest in the house, which will be sold. Yeah. So, Nicole Benjono became embroiled in the crime because she was obsessed with her controlling younger husband, her defense attorney, Donald Morell, said during the sentencing. Quote, she literally became obsessed with him and he seduced her into this conspiracy, Morell told the judge. So it wasn't her fault. She was just a weak woman.
Oh my goodness. Where's that strong woman agency that I've heard so much about from feminists?
She's trying to become
I'm a strong, independent woman who don't need no man except for because I need a man, so I'm going to sell drugs for this man.
I mean, what kind of dick game do you have to convince a woman to be an international drug dealer?
40-foot schlong dick game. That's what you got.
Not much, actually. Women are, pretty easily manipulated.
Walk carefully through these next few moments, Monkey.
Another super chat from Three Sided Coin for $5. He says she needs to She needs to make more retarded meth kids for job security. Oh boy.
God.
Oh boy.
Okay, I think we hit the ceiling on MSS News at this point. So thank you guys for the stories.
Wait, I posted a story.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Okay, hold on.
Story Scribe, you gotta read it.
All right. Stop whining.
I'm gonna be upset if you don't.
Where's the strong female agency? You're just whining like a little baby.
No, I'm being manipulative. That's what makes me a strong female.
All right. Well, this one was posted by Weebo Jones.
What? Oh my gosh! No.
It comes from 17 Magazine, which is for teenagers, and the headline is, "This realistic vagina manicure is exactly what I needed today," says Hannah Orenstein.
Scribe, you needed a vagina manicure? Let's go get one together, okay?
This comes from August 17th, 2017. Yeah, I think we might have covered this at some point in the past.
I told you.
Weebo, you're going back months and months for stories now. You were the worst MSS News contributor next to Jack Cochran.
I posted a different story, too.
Too late.
It's from 3 years ago.
Yeah. All right. I will read a little bit of this, even though it's probably a repeat. Nail artist Asa Bree has graced the internet with a gift. It's a glitterily purple gel manicure with one accent nail on each hand, and that accent just so happens to be an alarmingly realistic depiction of a vagina painted lovingly with 5 distinct shades of pink and topped with a pearl. The caption is, of course, pussy power, because there's no point in being subtle about this look. Asa works at the Portland, Oregon nail salon Finger Bang, owned by Glynis Olson. She's been working regularly with her client T. Nagu for a few years, and T recently requested a vagina or vulva-inspired design, BuzzFeed News reports. Asa spent 2 hours on T's nails and even looked up medical models of the vulva online to make sure she got it right.
Vagina research.
Yeah, that's what I call it. That's what I call looking for women.
Oh, I have another question.
Yes.
Do you think that she masturbates with that finger?
Probably. Does that make it
finger
gay?
bang? Yeah.
Would that would be a vagina inside of a vagina? That would be a vaginaception.
Thank you, too many accounts. Ranting, how steamy is the poo for flinging on Joe?
There's other than his cum mouth, there's not a lot to say about him. He had his moment in the sun and he blew it.
Yeah, and then he burned to death because he's a ginger and can't handle sunlight.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. Well, thank you guys for the stories for the second time until Weibo complains again.
Wait, what was your other story?
Oh, it actually was a little bit more relevant. It had to do with Right Wing Watch, and they were talking about blood sports and and stuff.
Who was?
Well, how about I save that for YouTube drama time? Because that's
Sure.
kind of
Okay.
okay. So YouTube time. I'll go last because I have ads to read. So what are you guys up to?
Weebs, what you working on?
Okay, so I got a few things in the works. There is going to definitely be a collaboration between me and HeyDude77. I just got to figure out when to find time to do that. The guys, the admins in the Discord were talking about doing a weekly or monthly game sesh where we game together online somehow. So there's a survey for time stuff for that in the Discord also. Third thing, I'm kind of working on a video, but I haven't decided what I want to do yet. I just kind of been compiling links and stuff. And then the fourth thing is the musical thing with all of the rest of the YouTubers, the mass parody collab. That's still happening. It's just I need to get the submissions from the rest of the people, of which there are 18 people. So I fucked myself there.
Yeah. Thank you, Sanguine. So the cum mouth was a side effect of blowing it.
I saw somebody posted a great meme about that. Shows Nancy Pelosi on her phone. It says, "Get me Joe Kennedy quick." And the response is, "But he's busy and he says, "No, I need him right now." And, "No, you really want to hear this?" Because I don't care what he's doing. Get him here now. Sorry. Yeah, okay. And Geralt was asking me if I saw what he's been posting in chat. Guys, I am doing my best to try to pay attention to what's going on here. You got to work with me today. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll get to chat time in a little while, guys. We'll pay attention to that a bit more closely. Have you been working on anything, Monkey?
No.
Okay.
I considered a response with the you know what? Just go.
Oh, okay. Well, I found, surprisingly enough, or maybe not, a TEDx talk today that I may do some work on. But it'll probably be a couple of days. I have family visiting this weekend, and so my time is kind of split between work and preparing for them to show up because I live like a slob, and I'm trying to make a good impression on family, and that means I have to do like housework. So there you go.
Scribe, that's woman's work. What are you doing housework?
Well, if I had a woman, but I don't.
We need to find Scribe a woman. Guys, we are taking applications for Scribe for a woman.
Oh, dear God.
All right? Submit them to
right.
me. I will check them over and forward them to Scribble.
Oh, God. All right. Yeah, Weibo is matchmaker. I can't wait. So anyway, but I did do a lot of work on ads today, so let me get through those for everyone else's entertainment. First and foremost, I have to apologize to W.R. Costin. He requested not so much an ad last week for me to read on Tuesday, but he didn't give me an ad to read. He asked that I plug a charity of my choice for people to consider donating to. So I would encourage everyone who has available, and most especially on Friday night before you decide to ask me for an ad, to consider donating to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. I've had friends and family members who have been diagnosed with leukemia and or various types of cancer, and some survived, some did not. Either way, more money, more research, better results in the long run. So if you have a few spare bucks, consider sending them their way instead of my way. Thank you, Sanguine. Did they all escape from your basement, Scribe? I don't have a basement, unfortunately. I live in an apartment, so I don't really have any hiding places, unfortunately. Well, no, wait. I said unfortunately.
That makes
hold on. No, hold on. I'm catching myself.
I can't kidnap women.
I wish I had a sex dungeon. Anyway.
Okay, so hang on, Scribe. I have a few requirements. I want you to okay them. The first one is they must have something resembling a vagina.
No, not resembling. Not resembling.
Hang on.
It has to be.
It has to be legitimately.
Okay, number 2, a submissive, so she enjoys dog collars. 3,
well, dog collars aren't specific, but sure.
Can handle bad puns. 4,
yes.
Good at making waffles, but that's like for me.
Are you coming over too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fine by me. Yeah, make Weibo waffles while I watch. I'll be fine.
Okay, continue.
Okay.
Weird.
This is getting weird. Well, it's all her fault. All right. So the first ad came from Mr. Baker, the latest in the series of promos for the Andy McDermott adventure book series. David has been kidnapped. No, not the person, but the classic sculpture by Michelangelo. And it is only the latest of several high-profile thefts of the world's greatest masterpieces. And into this web of Carmen Sandiego-esque intrigue is drawn archaeologist adventurers Nina Wilde and Eddie Chase. For when an ancient tome they recovered from the ruins of Atlantis is stolen, the puzzle pieces fall into place. Will Nina and Eddie be able to stop a mad billionaire's quest to save civilization by destroying it? Find out in the world-spanning thriller as Nina and Eddie race to unlock The Sacred Vault by Andy McDermott. Now available from Mr. Baker Publishing. And
I was so confused there for a second.
Why?
Well, because they were racing to stop a madman from saving the world.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
to save civilization by destroying it.
Once you got to there, I was with you again, but I was just confused for a second.
All right. Thank you, Grant Grissom. Weibo, I'd be scared of the woman who wants him.
Oh, that's so mean.
Well, as long as she's scared of me, that's fine. Thank you, James Colley. Weibo, midget trap matchmaker. Dun, dun, dun.
For the record, okay?
Yes, midget.
Scribble. Fuck you. For the record, Scribbles, any woman would be lucky to have you.
True story.
Oh, my ego is fixed again.
You're welcome.
Ex-Bubba Hotep wanted an ad for a zombie apocalypse starring Elon Musk and his flamethrower. I'll just mention that I have tied most of these ads together in some fashion tonight just for fun. And this is where it begins. A mad billionaire is on a quest to save civilization by destroying it. Elon Musk, world-famous futurist and inventor, has determined that mankind has no future. So in preparation for releasing a zombie-inducing gas across the globe, he has commissioned a ruthless band of killers to recover the world's greatest artifacts for preservation from his post-apocalypse utopia. As the clock ticks down towards doomsday, Elon Musk must face a ragtag band of adventurers out to stop him, and he's looking forward to introducing them to the cleansing heat of his high-tech flamethrower. See the all-new action drama from the villain's perspective as Elon Musk attempts to conquer the Earth from his hidden Antarctic stronghold in The Art of Apocalypse, an ex-Bubba Hotep Studios production.
Okay.
Now we get into the fun. Sanguine requested a restaurant run by me. And by me, he means Sanguine.
Yes.
Tired of thinking that going to a restaurant is meant to take the pressure off making a meal for your family? Then bring the whole crew down to Casa de Convolution. A product of Sanguine Industries, the bewilderment begins as soon as you walk in the front door, as we've replaced the usual entryway with the waiting room from a dentist office. After that, you'll be seated at tables featuring non-Euclidean shapes that defy comfort. And our menus are a garbled morass of multiple choice questions and red herrings designed exclusively by the IRS. With obscure references and hazy descriptions, ordering food at the Casa de Convolution can be as exciting as an adventure of any of the books by Andy McDermott. So if you're looking for a hearty headache with a side of disorientation, then dare to enter Casa de Convolution today. Our cuisine is your frustration.
Well done.
Okay, and then 1 second here. My phone is beeping at me. Stop beeping, phone. Okay. Next, Chaos. Oh, sorry. Grant Grissom, thank you. Get J.J. Abrams on that Elon Musk thing. Give it a week. And J.J. Abrams will make a movie about anything. Chaos Eve then asked for a restaurant to compete with Sanguines. When you've had it with a dining experience that leads to aneurysms and dementia, then you need to take a step back, relax, and try the most laid-back cooking that you've been yearning for. Breakfast Soup, the restaurant that serves cereal, only cereal, and nothing but cereal every day. There's not even a menu. Just sit down and you'll be served a bowl of healthy cereal, a spoon, and a cup of milk. That's it. Enjoy the peace and quiet of mind and body as you and your friends calmly chew your cereal like cows consuming cud. And our prices never change. If you have $3, then you've always got a meal at Breakfast Soup. Partake of our pleasant placidity today. Brought to you by Chaos Eve Incorporated. Then I have to do an ad for something that's a real thing again. Mr. Baker wanted an ad for FX's The Americans, which is a TV show. Enter a world of espionage and intrigue, cloaked in a white picket fence. Coming March 18th, their 6th and final season of FX's The Americans. An average married couple in 1980s Washington, D.C., a nice home, 2 great kids, and a deadly secret. Witness the final act of the tale of 2 Soviet sleeper agents as they race against the clock to avoid detection in the heart of the Cold War. FX's The Americans, the final season, premiering March 18th. Brought to you by Comrade Baker. Why not? And then, Priestess of Keck wanted an ad for a restaurant serving genuine Haitian mud cookies. I had to look this up, and it's absolutely true. They are apparently eating mud. They are so desperate.
Damn.
Forget complication and overprocessed cereal. Today's discriminating connoisseur wants to get back to basics with a good and nutrient-rich diet that is 100% organic and sustainable while having zero negative impact on the environment. If this sounds like the superfood for you, then come visit the Priestess of Keck's Haitian Mud Hut. At the Mud Hut, you'll find only the highest quality dirt foods, shaped into cookies, cakes, and fun animals for the kids, and always with a dash of leftover roots for that necessary roughage to keep you regular. And when your stomach is done with your meal, just squat down and return your dirt to the earth, ready to be eaten all over again. So experience the desperation and starvation of Haiti at Priestess of Keck's Mud Hut.
Oh boy.
Oh, God, I feel bad sometimes. Anyway, James Colley requested the Slapaho subway ejection system.
Based on a story from yesterday.
Yes. Subway overcrowding is bad enough without having your neighbors in transit also being loud and obnoxious pests. That's why the New York Transit Authority is proud to announce the installation of the Slapaho subway ejection system from James Colley Company. With just a press of a conveniently placed switch around the subway car, a rotating wheel of sand-filled gloves will descend towards the offending party, delivering a persuasive pummeling of decisive deterrence. After that, the nearest exit will open, and the Slapaho system will forcefully corral the offender out of the subway car, even at speed. The Slapaho subway ejection system. Your tax dollars at work for a happier New York. Then Sweeper Steven wanted an ad for the Yoga Industrial Complex.
Oh, God, yes.
Now under construction at the Carson City Fairgrounds, the Yoga Industrial Complex. This modern campus of body-bending office space and machinery is the latest word in faith-based flexibility. Visitors to the complex will be able to work and play, all the while having the lengths of their limberness put to the test as chiropractic contraptions contort and coerce your mortal coil into preposterous positions. And remember, every moment you spend in the Yoga Industrial Complex is another bit of labor put towards the advancement of white supremacy. So seek spiritual serenity and racial righteousness at the Yoga Industrial Complex, now accepting memberships for people of all races, because cultural appropriation is what makes a melting pot. Brought to you by the Sweeper Steven Construction Company.
Wait, was that inspired by that one article about how yoga was like aiding in the perpetuation of white supremacy or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It specifically called it the Yoga Industrial Complex.
Oh boy.
Which is cultural appropriation and blah, blah.
Oh boy.
Okay. Mule 1066 wanted an ad for a TV show where a white male that has alien hand syndrome and wanders around in public each week.
Alien hand syndrome?
This is a brain disorder where your limbs act of their own accord.
There was a Dr. House episode about that.
Yes, yes. Coming this spring on ABC, the outrageous new comedy from the producer of Dr. Seuss and the Tongue-Buttered Turtle Cave. Harry Stiff was just your average waiter at the exclusive Casa de Convolution when a freak accident sent a piece of rebar through his skull. Surviving the traumatic brain injury, Harry soon discovered that his right hand had gained a mind of its own. So prepare for hilarity as Harry's hand acts on Harry's deepest, darkest instinctual urges. Everything from slapping an annoying customer, grabbing his pretty coworker's ass, and even trying to strangle Harry to death in his sleep. Mule 1066 presents Harry's Handful. Oh, man. Okay. Then say... Oh, sorry.
I have a question. Sorry, it'll be swift. Do you think that if, like, the hand has a mind of its own, if it jerks off the dick, would it feel like it was jerking its own dick off, or it's giving a hand job to a completely different person?
It's not, you can still feel what the hand's doing. You just don't have any control necessarily over some of its impulsive reactions.
So, but like, what would the hand think?
The hand doesn't think. It's a brain disorder.
Oh.
I hate to tell you this.
Okay.
Okay, Sanguine wanted an ad. Oh boy. A movie about a brewing competition between Aegir, Amathon, and Goibniu that is judged by Churchill, Hitchens, and Andre the Giant.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did my best, but it's not a movie, Sanguine. I couldn't come up with a movie. I came up with a actual live event because it seemed more appropriate. The biggest names in binge drinking are coming together for an epic event that will give a teetotaler the DTs. Aegir, brewmaster of Asgard. Amathon, legendary Welsh farmer of the impossible field. And Goibniu, metalsmith of the Tuatha De Danann. all brought together for the first time on the temporal plane to vie for the prize of greatest alcohol alchemist in all of mythology. They'll be facing a trio of resurrected drinking dignitaries from the heights of the 20th century to judge their efforts. Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of Scotch whiskey. Andre the Giant, the eighth wonder of the world, who can hold more beer than a Budweiser brewery. And Christopher Hitchens, the god-slaying guzzler of Johnny Walker Black with a Perrier chaser. Get ready for the greatest live event since the Docks in a Box. Sanguine Entertainment Excitement presents Apocalypse Posthumous. Only on pay-per-view. Apocalypse Posthumous? Does that work? Because they're dead. Stuff.
I saw what you did there.
Okay. And lastly, Snubberth wanted an ad about Native Americans that's offensive. Now,
Aren't they all of them?
well, so he clarified that he didn't necessarily mean like going with Indian stereotypes, but something that was shocking about Indians. So
Wait, what kind of Indian? Like
I think Native American Indians is what, because he says Native Americans.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Feather, not dot.
Yeah. So
Not feather.
Here's my attempt. In the near future, a long-standing uneasy peace over illegal immigration is about to reach its breaking point. With millions of trespassers degrading a once proud nation, the only true recourse is extermination. Get ready for the most righteous purge of a population ever seen in the course of human events as the native tribes fight to make America red again. Snubber 13 Productions brings you a gritty war epic of alternate history where the real Americans take their country back. Wes Studi, Adam Beach, Koryanka Kilcher, and Alec Baldwin star in For a Handful of Beads.
Oh boy.
And that, guys, is ads for the night. Thank you so much for the contributions the other night, and I hope you enjoyed those. And yeah, we'll do it again on Friday.
I enjoyed them.
So YouTube drama time. I have Weibo's other story.
Yeah, what was going on there?
So this comes from Right Wing Watch, a project of People for the American Way. And this is,
Do they know their way?
I don't know. Maybe they know the way. This is written by Jared Holt. Welcome to YouTube Blood Sports, the alt-right's newest recruiting tool. And they have an image here that shows, was it all Kumite stuff?
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but
I see Jim's. Yeah, it's a lot of thumbnails from. I think it's Kumite.
I thought it was Andy Worski's channel.
No, it is Worski. You're right. It is Worski. That's Best of Medicare.
Yeah.
Worski, JF, Rags, and Sinatra. Yeah, I buy a whole bunch of people on here.
Oh boy.
Even Sargon. Oh my God. Over the past month, prominent alt-right personalities on YouTube, Andy Worski, have carved out platforms for themselves on a handful of popular live stream political debate channels where they've engaged in debates against classical liberal, libertarian, and anti-social justice warrior YouTube talkers. The series of debates, which have been affectionately dubbed blood sports by their participants, have provided the white nationalist alt-right with its latest chance to thrust itself into the political consciousness of young people and to appeal to members of some of the subcultures that have splintered from the movement in recent months. Learn not to run on. Well, the person who wrote this is someone named Jared Holt at Right Wing Watch. And Jared Holt is a research associate. Jared graduated from the University of Central Arkansas in 2015, where he studied print journalism and reported on local politics. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
The blood sport isn't on Andy's channel. That would be Kumite. What the fuck are they talking about?
Maybe he'll get to it. I don't know.
They're confusing the Kumite with Worski Live.
Yeah,
or he's just conflating them all together. The blood sport. Sorry, go ahead.
They're not the same thing.
No, they're not. The blood sports phenomenon. Okay, and again, this is coming from him, and I don't follow all the details of the evolution of these things. So you tell me how accurate this is. The blood sports phenomenon grew out of a fight about race realism which is how some white supremacists refer to their pseudoscientific claims about racial superiority. Is that the Rage Over Storm thing?
Well, yeah, but that's not correct.
Okay.
Monkey, tell it how it is.
The blood sports happened. There was nothing to do with the Rage After Storm thing. Kumite and Bloodsport started separate from Andy. Tonka was doing that for a while before the Kraut thing blew up.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the Kraut thing blew up. That's where Andy got involved, and that's how it maybe became popular.
Mm-hmm.
But it was happening before Andy was ever involved.
So what you're saying is, if we want to be popular, get Andy involved. Yeah.
Having Worski talking about you certainly seems to help. Did we get that last super chat?
No. Grant from Grant?
Yeah.
No, it didn't. $5. Hire an Italian American actor to play a sand Italian crying because litter. Oh, I'm sorry, Indian.
A sad Indian. Do you get that ref? You don't get that reference.
No,
You're young. It's a commercial from was it the 80s? There was a crying Indian because of litter.
Yeah, it was Iron Eyes Cody, I think it was.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. Anyway.
And thank you, Sir Adamantine. Hi, you beautiful bastards. I'm sorry. I tried reading. I can't do it, guys.
That's okay. You got it.
English is language.
A private group on the chat service Discord had been debunking race realism claims using scientific arguments. After the group was exposed to the public, is he talking about Kraut?
He's talking about Kraut.
Oh boy.
Okay. So, guys, just for your edification, I'm going to read this. Consider it alternate history, and after I've finished a paragraph, I will pause and I will let Monkey and Weibo sort of clarify, because I know a bit of this, but I think Monkey knows probably more. Okay. After the group was exposed to the public, its critics alleged that it had become a doxing operation that had distributed the personal information of various white nationalist YouTube personalities and targeted them for harassment. This was enough to get various factions of YouTube political personalities publicly feuding among themselves.
Not white nationalists so much as alt-right or conservatives, because I remember it wasn't Aiden Paladin in that.
Aiden was in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider her necessarily alt-right.
Coach Red Pill was one,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah, Coach was in there.
Coach is alt-right.
Yeah.
He pretends he's not, so he can play it up and keep his. But he would definitely qualify as alt-right, but not Aiden. No.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Coach had some drama on Twitter earlier today with that girl too. So like.
Oh, Coach is such a douche. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
When the feuding between various pundits reached critical mass, alt-right figures who promote race realism and white nationalist advocates for the creation of ethno-states offered themselves up for debates with YouTube personalities who have channels much larger than their own. You okay?
So sorry. No. I'm just dying here. That's not exactly true either. In response to what was going on with Kraut, Andy had on people like JF because they were in that doxing server, not because they'd offered themselves up for debate.
Yeah, no, he just wanted to be there because he wanted to kind of straighten out the shenanigans that was going on.
Yes.
Okay. Taking advantage of the attention that the few.
I'm sorry, I had to jump in here. I was suddenly reminded of my cousin Vinny. I feel like at the end of this, I could just say everything that guy just said is bullshit and walk away and be done.
Yeah, this is where this seems to be going. Taking advantage of the attention that the feud was providing, alt-right figures were able to secure spots on YouTube channels that boast hundreds of thousands of followers and to go up against some of YouTube's biggest political commentators, such as Carl Benjamin, Sargon of Akkad, who were eager to inject themselves into the public hype.
No, wrong again. The whole Sargon Richard Spencer debate was not supposed to be Sargon. Sargon was a last-minute replacement. He's argued, against the alt-right before. Him and Millennial Woes have had a few, but this isn't like Sargon was begging Andy, please let me on. I mean, one, it would be bigger for Sargon to do it on his own channel.
Yeah, who was supposed to be on before Sargon?
There were a couple of Andy was having trouble getting somebody on who would argue against the alt-right, and Kevin Logan had offered to do it, and God, I forget who else was supposed to be on and backed out.
Can I just say I respect Kevin Logan for having like decided that he was, you know, capable enough to do that necessarily, because I mean, like, the alt-right is pretty aggressive.
They are, but they're also a joke.
Yeah, no, but like, good.
The problem with Kevin Logan doing it is Kevin Logan's a moron.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that. That's not being mean. I know it might sound that way, but it's really not. The guy's an idiot. But I see what you're saying. I mean, at least he stepped up to do it where others didn't.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to keep interrupting you, but this guy's full of shit.
Okay. One of the most prominent channels hosting these debates belongs to Andy Worski, a YouTube personality who has grown increasingly sympathetic to the alt-right. Okay. I don't know if that's true. I don't listen to Andy enough to know.
Other than him coming out and saying that rage was right, which that is what it is. There's nothing that Andy has said that other than, you know, we should actually engage people, that you could say was, you know, him being sympathetic to the alt-right.
Okay. Worski appeared this month on the alt-right anti-Semitic podcast, The Daily Shoah.
Yeah, he did.
Hosted by host Mike Enoch Pianovic, where he said that he thought people falsely believe Pianovic advocates genocide. The word Shoah translate to Holocaust. In the last few weeks, Worski has hosted debates featuring nearly every popular white nationalist YouTube figure, including J.F. Garipe, Jean-Francois.
Hey, no, say his name right.
I don't know how to say it right.
Jean Francis Gary Pepe.
Oh, sorry. Tara McCarthy, Richard Spencer, Colin Robertson, who is Millennial Woes, apparently. I didn't know his real name. Has he been doxxed or something, or is that just known?
Oh, yeah, he was doxxed a while ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had no idea what his real name was. Greg Johnson, Pianovich, James Alsip, Nick Fuentes, and Tim Gionet, who is Baked Alaska, apparently. More often than not, these white nationalist personalities have been paired against conservative opponents who offer incredibly weak pushback to their arguments. Okay? On only a few occasions have they faced true, strong counter-arguments. One of these debates, featuring Sargon of Akkad and Tarl Warwick, who's Sticks Hex and Hammer 666, debating Spencer and Garrett PPB, became the highest trending live video on YouTube during its broadcast. Afterwards, Spencer declared that he had destroyed in the debate. Worski claims that he's simply hosting a free speech platform and accuses his critics of advocating for the censorship of his channel. The series of debates and interviews hosted on channels like Worski's have inspired near-daily discussion threads on the internet cesspools of 4chan and 8chan and have attracted large alt-right audiences that have taken advantage of the pay-to-type YouTube Super Chat to spread messages promoting white nationalism. Less talked about arenas for these alt-right debates include GNet's channel, which has featured Spencer, Robertson, anonymous alt-right user Braving Ruin, and crackpot conspiracy theorist Laura Loomer, and a small channel called Tonka Saw, which occasionally manages to book higher profile conservative figures. Okay.
Not incorrect right there.
All right. While Worski and others present the blood sports as neutral exercises in free speech, alt-right YouTube personalities are happily using the debates to make money via the stream super chats. That's people's prerogative. And Google's making money too, by the way.
Wait. Read that part again.
While Worski and others while Worski and others present the blood sports as neutral exercises in free speech, alt-right YouTube personalities are happily using the debates to make money via the stream's super chats. Now, the people who are hosting it make money, not the people showing up on the shows. Guy who doesn't know how this works.
The only one where that would be a thing was where Andy Worski said that he would share the super chats from the one with Sargon and Spencer. Otherwise, they're not making shit from being there.
Yeah, and then Kevin Logan, I think, didn't he donate it to like a The Jewish
With
charity.
Yeah.
And I give him credit for humor on that one because that's funny.
Let's see. Andrew Anglin, who heads up the neo-Nazi website The Daily Stormer, praised Worski for hosting alt-right figures. Well, that obviously condemns Worski because somebody said something about him.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we get back to the story? Oh, that is oh wait. Oh, he just has a copy of an article that I guess that guy posted to his site. Race War Live with Andy Raceworski is the #1 show. Andy Raceworski must have made $20,000 in donate. Yeah, sure he did. In the super chat. He was very excited about the show. It got over 12,000 live viewers at one point and was trending #1 on YouTube. He's vowed to do more of these streams, and I vowed to listen to them. This is apparently Richard Spencer talking, I guess.
Andy made a lot of money in that stream. I don't know exactly how much, but yeah. And this is going to sound bad. Guys, if you want to make money right now on YouTube, I'm going to tell you what you do. Make an anonymous account, first of all, so that it's not traced back to you, because you might not want this in your future. But make an alt-right YouTube channel and just go balls to the wall. They will give you all kinds of money.
Thank you, Sanguine. So the people that refuse to argue against the alt-right are bitchy that they aren't argued against. Can the left for once not bitch about what they do? Yeah, this guy sounds jealous more than he sounds. I mean, first off, he doesn't even know half of what he's talking about because he's misstating the facts and doesn't know the details.
Sorry.
He missed so many things. He got so much of this fucking wrong.
What happens when Andy challenges him to a kumite?
Oh, the guy won't show up.
Probably not.
He should, but yeah.
Funny.
Jay says, how much did Google take? Well, Google takes 30% of all super chat donations, so 30 cents on every dollar. So
they're whores. They're money whores.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, there you go. That's YouTube drama for sure, but I suppose it's sort of like external YouTube drama. It's like somebody looking in and not understanding what they're looking at and making commentary about it. So
yeah, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That's
the super chat thing is the thing that I don't get. It's like it's like, oh, so somebody donates $5 to the guy talking or the guy hosting the stream. Do you know the answer to that? Oh, guy who doesn't work on YouTube apparently. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so it's about the bottom of the hour. Shall we go on to chat time?
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, now's your time. And I do apologize that I have not been reading chat. I will do my best to keep up with this, but I'm really counting on you two to help me out here.
That's fine.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine. So guys, if you have questions, comments, answers, conspiracy theories, other things, be sure to put plenty of question marks after it so we know it's a question for us and not a comment in the chat in general. And yeah, it's your time. Let's see. Bless you, if you were sneezing. Weebo Jones, weirdest porn you've seen, asks BG.
Oh, hang on.
What were you guys watching the other day during your stream?
Oh, the T-Rex porn.
Barf.
That was fucking hilarious. I know I've seen some pretty weird porn in my time, especially last year when I had a roommate that enjoyed, laughing about it on TV every once in a while.
Thank you, Nope. Do you guys think James Alsop has gone alt-right? I know nothing about James Alsop, so I have no idea.
James Alsop. I thought he was alt-right.
I've heard the name. I don't know anything about him. Sorry, Nope. I don't think we know. Let's see.
Wait, isn't he the British dude?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm a very filtered child monkey. You think I know things? I don't. I just know things.
Grant Grissom, Weebo Jones, how was your first semester?
So I didn't get the grades that I wanted to, but I'm making up for it this semester, and I'm probably going to retake a class just because I want to supplement that. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it.
Mark Decot or Deco, I don't know. Monkey, why don't you do more debates, not counting the dumpster fire of Tonkasaw, which may have ended the idea for you? Question mark.
Tonkasaw, God, that was an easy one.
That was funny.
God, did you not see the Vegan Gains one? Jesus Christ. I don't do many debate, especially with folks like that, because there's not much of a point unless I'm feeling feisty and want to yell at somebody. I just don't do it. I'm happy to talk to people about their differing opinions, though.
Mm-hmm.
Priestess of Keck asks, Scribe Light, what's your favorite music genre? Country noir.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
Black country.
I'll send you a couple songs. There's some good stuff out there. So
country noir.
Country
noir.
Like
rap country?
No, it's not rap country. It's like dark country. I'll send you a couple of things.
Right. So you watch
Okay.
porn with your roommate? Yes, for educational purposes.
Educational.
For science.
Do you use each other as guinea pigs?
No.
Oh.
Laugh hysterically. I could show you some really funny videos.
Of you?
No.
Oh. Shiogorath, what's better than roses on a piano, tulips on an organ? Har, har, har. Ranting Monkey, since Adam fuck a kid in your bedroom and I'll ass rape your whole bedroom, Race Worsky earlier. What? I don't understand. Will you be joining him in his glorious crusade against the pedophiles of Hasbro?
Oh, I get it now. Because Andy Worsky, had this whole shitposting stream basically where all of his viewers were adding Hasbro because of the pedophile thing.
Mm-hmm.
And telling them that Andy Worsky was going to go bomb them or something.
Oh, God.
It was a shit show.
Data Wasteland really wants us to read this. Have you heard that a Fitbit wristwatch company set up a website, Strava Fitness Map, that tracks them all, revealing all the secret military bases? I read an article where they were like, yeah, Fitbits are potentially security risks since they show GPS locations and stuff. And so
oh shit, what up?
Military people could be showing off where secret military bases are. I don't know if that actually happened or it's just something that they got concerned with. So let's see. Sarah Plyer, Scribe Light, if not too personal, what got you into BDSM? Hormones. Lots and lots of which
hormones?
The male kind. It's a very long story. I guess the short version I tell it on my other channel, but the short version I can give is that in all honesty, I accidentally happened upon an IRC channel way back when IRC was a thing, where they were role playing in chat BDSM stuff, and in watching that and eventually figuring out what was going on, I learned stuff about the culture of that lifestyle, I guess, and that led to a whole bunch of other things. It's a long story, but that's the very, very tiny bit of the short version. Faith is Abdication of Reason. Do you belong to Feminist Fight Club? Never heard of it.
We don't talk about it.
Sparing did a video on it today. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but it looks interesting.
Gerald of Rivia says, Ranting Monkey, check your Hangout, Monkey.
Oh, yeah, no, I sent you something from Gerald because he wanted me to iterate something to you, Monkey. It's in the side chat of the Hangout.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet.
Let's see.
Do you ever feel like a little kid when Ranting and Scribe talk about things before your time? No, not really. Because usually I can follow along pretty well.
She doesn't have to feel like a little kid because she is one.
Not a little kid. I'm a big girl.
Yeah.
I haven't worn diapers for years.
Cozy Comfortable says, how is Little Butt Monkey?
I didn't see her today. She stayed with her other grandma today. So she's good as far as I know. Last time I saw her, she was giggly. So
of course.
Aww.
Let's see. Backscan says, Scribe Light, did you guys hear that Gowdy wouldn't be running for election? What do you think about him? I well, he's going to become a non-issue here pretty quick. Trey Gowdy, yeah. So Gowdy is Goney, I guess.
Oh
no. Let's see.
Was this in Weebo? I'm gonna chat to you in the side here. You guys.
Okay. RJ says, Scribe Lake, can you do an Italian accent for me? What's your favorite accent to do? I couldn't do an Italian accent to save my life. My favorite accent to do, probably I'd have to practice again. But my southern Georgia type accent, talking like a southern lawyer, because I watched Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil like 30 times just to get down Kevin Spacey's drawl in that movie for a character I played. Yes, a character I played in a LARP back then. That's probably my favorite accent to do.
What do you call a mentally handicapped weebo? Oh, weetard.
I was going to say Weebo.
Shiro says, what does Batman have in common with black people? They never knew their parents, can't see in the dark, can't be seen in the dark, and like hanging from the ceiling. Oh, God. That's awful.
Jesus Christ. Don't make me laugh at things like that. I feel bad.
Have any of you ever, Angry Introvert asks, have any of you ever gone back over your old videos and wondered what the hell you were thinking? In terms of editing and sound quality, yes. In terms of content, not really.
Yes, and because the earliest Weibo videos were specifically questionable and 6-minute, just quirky, relatable teen things. I respect that, but I keep them on the channel just because.
Yeah, you're not a little kid.
No, I'm not a little kid.
No, because yeah, there's sound quality issues and stuff like that, but nothing that I am ashamed I did.
Mm-hmm. Harvos Marvos says, if you haven't discussed, what do you think of Canada changing its national anthem to reflect gender-neutral ideals? We talked about that a way long time ago. It's dumb. You know, it's like, yeah, it's more Canadian, like, you know, hug box BS. But
I think they should change their national anthem to the Canadian, or to the Canadian one, to the Mexican one, and then we'll just make a bridge over the U.S. where they can just walk.
And now my chat jumped. Where to go?
Minding Freedom. Why does Weibo laugh when she walks over meadows? Because the grass tickles her balls. You know it.
Let's see. Llama Dungeon says IRC isn't still a thing. I guess Slack and Discord is the new hotness. I mean, I'm assuming IRC is still up. I just haven't used it in like 2 decades. So, you know.
Super chat. Thank you, Diesel Dave. Oh dear God. The license plate reads "You Weetod."
You Weetod. Let's see.
Netcharumi asks, have you ever listened to Aurelio's Voltaire's music? It's pretty good. I probably have. I don't remember every single artist I've ever listened to, but I listen to a very wide range.
BG says, Scribe Light, weirdest vampire character you played during LARPing. The weirdest?
Shieldgrath, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Shieldgrath said,
Jokes.
Have an EpiPen. My friend gave it to me when he was dying. It seemed very important to him that I have it.
Oh, Lord. Weirdest vampire character. I didn't play weird characters. I played very well thought out characters because I wanted them to last. So I rarely played a fish milk or anything.
Can I just say I finally try reading the chat and that's what I get.
Yeah.
When Weibo smokes weed, she gets medium. God damn it! I don't. That's the thing. So I'm always pretty low.
Thank you, Grant Grissom. Drop my phone in water. Thank God for the case. How's college going, Weibo?
It's going good this semester. I started off pretty strong. I'm taking 2 different math classes, 2 different classics classes, and so I'm like very close on my way to minoring in Greek, as well as the other 2 double majors, because I hate myself.
You know, even if I dropped my phone in the toilet and destroyed it tonight, that would still be better than 30 shots in my groin.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm happy you dropped your phone in water. I'm glad it works, but man, that was a horrible thing to read first thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surfing moose. Holy shit, dude. Did chat stop for you guys too, or is it just me?
It's just going
No.
slow.
Okay.
Gosh damn it. Why are there so many Weibo jokes? Just curious.
Because people love you.
You're the biggest joke of them all, so
Thanks, Scribe. Coming from
You're
you. That means a
know.
lot.
You know how on the playground a guy will pull a girl's hair because he likes her and he doesn't know how to express it?
Yeah.
That's what's happening in chat. They love you.
Monkey, you are enforcing the patriarchy, I'll have you know.
I'm okay with it.
Let's see. Jay Hess says, but everyone in Greece speaks English, so
Ancient Greek, my friend. So it's even more useless.
yeah, dead languages.
Hey. I wanted to be an archaeologist when I was a kid. Holding on to that desire.
I have a friend who speaks fluent Latin. He has a PhD in Latin. I asked him why. Excuse me.
Of what use is that? Serious? Unless you're going to go into like some really crazy, like, researching old scrolls or something.
Last I knew, he was teaching Latin.
Okay, well that's the other thing. If you're going to teach it or use it for research, I don't.
But here's the thing. He had to go through the step-by-step process of deciding, oh, I'm going to major in Latin, not minor in Latin in like his undergrad. And then he had to go get a master's and then a PhD. That's several years of school and several $1,000 that he just, that was an expensive decision. I'm just going to say that.
If you knew him, it actually makes sense.
Okay.
Sarah Plyer asks, next movies you should have watched. I don't know. My weekend this weekend is cluttered with family stuff, so I'm not going to be able to do anything this weekend. And it is my turn next because I missed the Lethal Weapon one, unfortunately, because of stuff. So I don't know. I have to figure out what movies Monkey has or can acquire in the near term.
We could probably do an entire show based on that nightly. I get so many people who want us to review different movies.
Yeah.
And guys, that's great. I appreciate all the enthusiasm for it. It's so hard when we do it once a week, every blue moon.
Yeah. Nope says, redhead, Polish, short, it's a trifecta.
Yeah, it is. You got me. Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't golf Minding Freedom, so that joke is useless. I worked at
Have you ever been golfing?
Once. I didn't enjoy it. I don't.
I love golf. All of the shitty parts about this, knowing I'm never going to golf again, is probably one of the worst.
You're gonna make me cry.
RJ says, Weibo, you're a very cute pretty.
Thank you.
I
didn't know pretty was an object, but whatever. You're pretty. You're pretty. I'll get you my pretties. Geralt says, I'd like to know what Monkey thinks of what I said.
Monkey, he's the guy that I sent you to the Hangout link thing. Yeah.
What is this all about?
Stargazer Nuts, red hair? Yes, there was a Twitter poll. It was decided I have red hair.
It just looks kind of red there. Aren't you a blonde?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the age-old question. I can't, like, it's a mix, honestly. It's like a really dark blonde or really light brown, but no one can give me a solid answer. Not one hairstylist I've been to, and I know a lot of them. My mother was a hairstylist, so it's confusing.
Wait, is your hair colored at all, or is that natural?
That's natural.
Yeah, you're a blonde.
I'm blonde. Okay.
Yeah, that's blonde.
Thanks.
You have more fun.
Yes.
Let's see. Harvest Marva says, just saw an article about a new water bottle lid that fits on most water bottles being used by London police to help wash after acid attacks. Thoughts? Well, when your city starts having an epidemic of acid attacks, I guess that's something you need to consider. Although I wouldn't use water on an acid attack. I'd use a base, like, milk or something.
Like a fish of some sort.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure I understand what Geralt's saying there.
I think what he's trying to say is that he would defend you in a chat in where you were being criticized for shenanigans. I'm paraphrasing. Hello?
Is that
I'm
Sunky in the background?
No, that's not me. That's
Oh,
not,
that's me. That's me.
Weibo's
Sorry.
side.
Oh, there's
Sorry.
some guy in your room? What?
No, I'm in the basement of my
You're in
dorm.
a basement.
She's
Yeah.
in the basement.
Wait, you're in the basement I should have. Thank you, Diesel Dave. Strawberry blonde. Yes, that's probably the more accurate way of putting it, I suppose.
Well, if you in her picture there,
Yes.
it looks strawberry, but
Yes.
when I see her live, I don't see the red at all, really.
It really depends on the lighting, I guess.
You don't see the red? That's because communism is insidious.
Maybe you're just
Indeed.
colorblind.
Man, if we're talking about Worski and the people giving him shit for it, this is going to get me into trouble. Andy seems to have taken everything very personally, and I don't think that's really his fault. One, Andy's not the toughest guy around, and I don't mean that he's a wuss. He's not a natural fighter, and that comes across if you watch what's going on. But if I did something where I decided that I was going to have, well, fuck, I'll have anybody on I want. There's people who are upset because I was going to talk to No Bullshit last weekend. We'll be doing that this weekend instead, hopefully. I will talk to whoever the fuck I want to talk to. And people who don't want to hear that conversation can tune in next time.
Paige Avilas, maybe I'm saying that right. How do I calm down my cat? He's acting up and won't calm down. How do you tame a pussy? Well, let me tell you.
You're looking for serious advice. Feed your cat some catnip. Don't just crunch it in your fingers and give it to them to smell. Feed the cat the catnip. That should put them to sleep for a little bit.
If you want to like stop him from moving around, scratch just at the base of his tail, like where like the back, you know, his spine meets his tail. Scratch that little spot right there. That drives cats crazy and probably will make him stand still for quite a while because he'll like it.
What's the issue with the cat? What's the cat doing wrong?
The cat's being the cat's running around and being too crazy.
Also, there is a little spot behind the neck that usually the mothers tend to bite when they want to discipline their children. All you got to do in order to get the cat to like chill the fuck out is just grab them, like grab a chunk of fur at the base of that neck where the shoulder blades meet, and it should not paralyze them, but it should kind of like get them to stop moving.
Yeah, there's a nerve cluster or something right at the base of most cats, where their back meets their tail, that makes them go absolutely crazy. They start sticking their tongue in out and la la la. It's just my little cat used to do that. It was crazy. It was fun. Let's see. Catnip is cat orgasm in a leaf, says Priestess of Keck. Depends on the cat. I've seen some cats go crazy for it. I've seen other cats, they don't give a shit.
Depends on how you feed it to the cat. If you give it to the cat and they take it in through the nose, they'll go fucking nuts. But if you feed it to them, they'll just kind of pass out for a little bit.
Yeah, there was a brand of catnip called kitty cocaine. That kind of did that. Yeah.
Let's not drug humans. Let's drug our cats.
Yeah. Hey, kitty cat, you want to snort some of this green stuff?
It's a gateway drug, guys.
By the way, don't smoke catnip. I've heard crazy horror stories about people who have smoked catnip, either intentionally or thinking it was marijuana, and like bad things happened.
So like when you smoke oregano or like when you do bath salts, crazy.
I've heard varying things depending on the person. Like some people had like bath salts crazy. Some people had like hallucinations and shit. I don't know.
Oh.
Let's see. Guys, we're coming up on the 10-minute warning. So 10 minutes until the top of the hour and the end of the show. So if you have any other questions, send them soon.
Mining Freedom says, what is Weibo's strongest skill? Small talk. Funnily enough, I could talk your ear off for as long as I need to. Just like I have been trained in the art of hostage negotiation. So if you need someone, I got you.
Let's see. Paige says, just fed him catnip. He's stoned now. Thank you. Well, there you go. Shio Garth says, how do Asians name their kids? They throw them down the stairs and see what kind of sounds they make. Oh, God, Jesus.
It's one way to do it.
Big Worm says, don't tell me what to do, Scribe. I don't recall speaking to you, Big. So I don't know what you mean. You talking about like scratching your kitty at the base of the tail?
I'll tell you what to do.
Let's see. Oh, Black Backscan says, Scribe, I tried catnip before. It didn't do anything for me. Well,
Was it expired catnip?
yeah.
Can catnip expire?
Faith is Abdication says, how do you think Stephen King came up with Pet Cemetery? Now they're doing a remake to that too, which is bullshit. But Sir Adamantine, thank you. I give my cat catnip cake called
Meow Joanna.
Meow Joanna. Meowana.
RJ, so I'm not technically into cars. I'm more of a bike chick, but my boyfriend is very into cars. So
here in my car, I feel safest of all. No.
Yeah, like motorcycles, not like tricycles.
I know what bikes are.
Because you were thinking tricycles, weren't you, monkey?
I was thinking Power Wheels.
Fuck you.
Go, Power Wheels, leading the way. I remember the commercials. Those were commercials that stuck in my head as a kid. Go, Power Wheels.
When the dinosaurs roamed the earth, Scribe?
Yeah, the TV show Dinosaurs on ABC. Yeah, I watched that too.
You're good at this.
Yeah, I'm good at something. Let's see. Shiogarth says, behind every angry woman is a man who has absolutely no idea what he did wrong. And that is
truer words were never spoken.
That is true. Weebo Jones, has he asked you to do you in the tailpipe yet? Jesus.
Yes, believe it or not.
Oh my God. Did you consent?
No.
Oh, okay. Cozy Comfortable says, I love cars. I used to drive a 1965 Ford Galaxy. Ooh.
Nice.
There's a great song by Reverend Horton Heat called Galaxy that's about his Galaxy car. It's a fun song. Let's see. Mining Freedom says, be wary that when Weibo streams you with, I think with you, she will only ask you a few minutes before. She likes to put people on short notice. Oh. Does Weibo lick the turtle cave?
Weibo does not lick the turtle cave.
Yeah. Let's see. RJ says, did you hear about the Roseanne reboot? Let's try for a Home Improvement reboot. Well, Wilson died, unfortunately. The actor who played Wilson died, so I think that's kind of...
Wow. Spoiler alert.
Well, the actor died, not the character.
Life spoiler alert.
Well, he died after the show was off the air.
Still, yeah, but IRL life spoiler alert.
And besides, I think Jonathan Taylor Thomas has an ego too big for a reboot at this point.
Oh, all right.
Even though he has no career.
Ever gonna do the GoFundMe for your Nightwing sex gear? Yeah, let me get right on that. I might just have to make it from hand because all the best things are made with love.
Does Weibo poke the turtle cave? Jesus Christ.
Why would Ranting Monkey and Scribe Light know that? What do you?
Yeah, why do you tag us in that? It's like, I have no idea.
She's tried to, and I've had to slap her away.
Oh my God.
Touch the monkey butt.
Yeah.
Couldn't slap me if you tried, you cripple.
Oh, you're kind of short.
Yeah.
I golf you.
I'm just short enough to be out of range.
Yeah, I can't reach down that low.
Exactly. See, it has its advantages, gentlemen.
Dude, says Beth Castleman. Dude. Just
dudette.
No, that's a duty. Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong chat.
Let's see. Tiberius Kirk, sorry. Could you imagine Weibo with a strap on? I can imagine quite a bit.
Please don't.
I love when you snort. It makes me happy.
It's the cocaine.
No, it's the fact that I can't breathe out of my nose right now.
No, dear, you snort all the time
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
laugh. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Own it.
Nidorumi says, Weibo, do you have a gray dildo named Dick Grayson?
I do not. I should probably get one,
You
but I
totally
don't
should.
necessarily need one, if you know what I mean. Winky face.
Do you have feminine pads with night wings?
Eh,
Oh,
what you
Someone
did there.
get me an investor.
yes.
Stat.
You're sitting on a gold mine, Trebek.
God damn it.
Why am I suddenly thinking of Dorf on golf? Says Dark Alal. Oh, Dorf. Those were weird Tim Conway. Back when like you bought videos on a phone number you called 1-800 whatever. I got the band from television trilogy of videotapes doing that, calling the number and buying them on TV. I still have them around here somewhere. I just can't play them anymore because I don't have a working VCR. But
Shiogorath, Udabomb. No, Udabomb. In America, a compliment. In the Middle East, an argument.
Aw. 5-minute warning, guys. 5 minutes to go.
Sir
Get into the
Wolfgang,
last
if
questions.
anyone wants to make fan art of me with said sex objects, I am totally on board for that. Do it.
Oh, Jordan 250, you've heard the call. There you go.
Where's Jordan been? I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, he just posted something on Twitter with me as the Bachelor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
And then I posted that I was looking for applications for Scribe, and I got a porn link.
Yeah, I think Jordan's listening. He just doesn't comment that much.
He's busy. He's busy with his shenanigans.
Yeah, he's doing art. Let's see. Sarosi. I know I'm saying that wrong. I know there's a better way to say it. Okay, Trump last night or Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro on Rubin Report. Which made you happier? I haven't seen the Rubin Report one yet, so I'd probably enjoy that one better than Trump, honestly. But Faith is Abdication. We need a Benny Hill reboot to drive the left absolutely insane. Yeah, they wouldn't do any of that anymore. Probably not, especially not on British television. Benny Hill was, yeah. I think it was a artifact of its time. It'll be a long time before we get back to something that could be that risque.
Oh, Scribe, I love your matchmaking dating profile. It's gorgeous.
My
You're
matchmaking
interested
dating.
in women's previous marriage. She's been dealt with. Ethnicity, a skeptic.
Ethnicity.
Only when watching The Mask, drinking the blood of my enemies, body type, avatar.
Wow. That's great. Thank you, Jordan.
Gerald's asking if traps are gay. Yes, they are.
Yes.
Let's see. Ryan Walter said, if Weibo is a kid, does that make her boyfriend the boy wonder?
Actually, funny you ask. He does kind of look a little bit like Nightwing.
Oh, is that why you're dating him?
This has been established canon in
Yes.
IRL
Yeah.
for months
So
now.
what does that make you? Does that make you Starfire?
Yes.
You need to get a bit taller
Fuck off.
and orange
I can do that.
and green glowy eyes.
I know a guy.
You hear about that girl that got like her eyes tattooed purple or whatever, and now she's
Does she
in
go
danger of
bald?
losing them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, ugh.
Yes.
It's a shame.
Barf. 2-minute warning, guys, which probably turns into like a 1-minute warning because we usually take a minute to wrap up.
And thank you guys so much for watching chat tonight. I am so sorry my brain is all fucked up.
That's all right.
I can still talk. That's an improvement.
Let's see. Oh, and guys, we'll be on Monkey's channel again tomorrow night, just because when SDA is gone, we just kind of double up and stick to things, and so be here tomorrow night for the show.
Beachy, so traps are gay. What does that make you? It depends on who's asking.
Well, it pretty much brings us to the top of the hour, so
Chat, guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for putting up with my shit. I don't know what happened to my brain tonight. But thank you for showing up every night. You guys are fucking amazing, and I appreciate it. I really do. Scribe, a pleasure as always. Weibo, thank you so much for joining us. I know I didn't give you much notice on this one, and you're so lovely to always jump in with us. I really appreciate that. As Scribe said, we will be on this channel tomorrow night at the same 9 o'clock time. I'm trying to keep talking until it actually turns to 11 because I don't want to short people their extra 30 seconds.
Of your wonderful voice.
Of my wonderful voice. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, your life makes me sad. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Hello.
Oh, shit. I'm running the stream. I have to stop it. Bye,
Yeah,
guys.
you have to do